is Joan of Arc at the Siege of Orleans. A reminder that Joan of Arc, we know like she was young, she received visions from God, she went to the Dauphin, the prince, and said like, I want to fight for France, and then yada yada yada, she was burned at the stake. But her bravery at this Siege of New Orleans is what made her this like national hero, and what really turned what was a war of succession between different princes or whatever into a religious war. Like, a lot of people think of her as a figurehead because that's actually what the leaders wanted. The male leaders, they wanted her to just be this like young kind of virgin who was receiving these visions from God that would carry the banner for the Dauphin into the Siege of Orleans. But she was like, no, I got ideas. She kept encouraging the commanders to continue an assault. They wanted to kind of flee. She got struck by an arrow in the neck and then returned to the battle to like participate in the final assault that saved the city of Orleans. Later in another campaign, she was like scaling a ladder trying to go up and over some fortress, and she was hit in the head by a rock, like her helmet was crushed, and she fell down and then kept fighting. So again, she's not just like some little girl who was sort of silly and was used. They wanted to use her, and she really asserted her power and became more than just like a symbol. She became an actual really important motivating force and an actual important like soldier in the war. And just a reminder, we all know that she was burned at the stake, but why? There's a lot of different reasons. I mean, for one, she was just like a very valuable prisoner of war, and so the English wanted to kill her, hoping that that would kind of end the war. Of course, it just turns her into a martyr and just like enrages people even more. But also, she was a heretic. They didn't think she was like crazy by having visions. They thought she was having visions from a different person. So she claimed she was having visions and like conversations with God, and they were like, it can't be because God's on our side. You must have been talking to like the devil, right? And then finally, the other thing that got her in a lot of trouble was cross-dressing. So because she was like, she chose to wear pants and like soldiers' uniforms going into battle, she was like, I'm gonna do actual fighting. She was wearing men's clothes, which was considered heretical at the time.